Well, everyone, welcome back, and I'm back. Here's my smallest plant right now. Looks pretty good. If you look down there, it's got a big old thick stump. Starting to main vine out. I don't know, last night it was cold. They really didn't grow that much. I mean, it wasn't cold, but it was like, you know, it wasn't warm, so they didn't really grow that much, so it's kind of weird. But this leaf right here, right there, it's 15 by 15 inches. This plant is like 3 feet by 2 feet, so it's pretty big and it's looking really good. That's, by the way, that's from my seed last year, which is really weird to have big leaves because that's a bigger leaf than my whole plant had last year. Well, not my whole plant, but then one on my whole plant. One thing I forgot to say before is we had a windstorm while I was gone. Unfortunately, this right here was on top of my plant. According to my grandpa, he said that. So, yeah, you can tell there's damage down in there and stuff. But otherwise, it grew quite a bit. You know, it's doing pretty decent for just being hit by a storm. You can see all these dead beetles on it and stuff. Oop. See all this dead beetle. I think he's dead. If he's not, I'll have to spray him another time. My walking board just fell over here. But anyways, yeah, this plant, it's a little bit rough. But for being kind of what happened to it, it's not bad. It's not bad. Here's the Ford starting to shoot secondaries. Actually looking like my most promising plant right now, well, except my squash. But my squash grew very little last night. This guy, he's doing pretty good right now. As you can see, the secondaries are starting to come in perfectly. You know, all the back ones are coming in before the other because in other spots we have mishaps with the secondaries, but one looks pretty good, you know. So that's good. Here's the squash plant right now. At the tip, it's probably about 9 feet long. But you can see at the tip, if you look really well, yeah, you can see it's like right there. I think, I don't know, maybe not. I think it might be more in the tip, but there's a little baby squash on the end of there. So anyways, yeah, secondaries are looking pretty, well, as you can see how they're stunted back here. So I don't know, well, this guy's coming right now. But like back here, there's none, so it's kind of weird. Because this guy shot out one, as you can see, like back, that's a tertiary, so I have to cut that. But anyways, those secondaries look good on that side. So it is what it is. Today we're gonna do a bunch of vine burying, not vine burying, or whatever I said. And we're gonna bury the secondaries. Probably, you know, only that one, well, maybe that one, if it's possible, but need to get that node too for sure. So yeah, as you can see, a flower already blossomed. I'll have to take that off. But yeah, we're gonna do some vine burying. That's just on all the plants, and it's like 8 in the morning right now, so we're gonna water again this afternoon, and tonight we'll fertilize later on. So see you then. I also forgot to say I will be putting azos on each of like the nodes, just a little sprinkle to promote the root growth for when I bury the vines. Let me show you something. Well, I just got all the plants vines buried, but let me show you something real quick on burying vines. So as you can see, this is a secondary to the plant, and I only buried up to there on the secondary because that's in the spot it started to lay down. Do not force your vines down to bury them. Just bury them later and consistently bury them, okay? So as you can see throughout this whole plant, if you look down below, as you can see all the vine, well, at every node. So what happens is at every node, so like see this leaf node right here, every node right here and down here, there'd both be roots coming out. And those roots can form a base, just like any others. It's not just one single root. So it's really critical to bury these vines. So as you can see, it looks just like everything's buried, but it's really at every leaf node. So yeah, that's it so far. And I'll come back later and fertilize and water. Like I said, plant's about 8 or 9 feet. Show you a view from the back here real quick. So yeah, I got the chair over it on the tip. There's a little squash on there. Depends how far it gets. If it gets to 12, 13 feet out, I'll probably take it, you know. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'm running late this year. Didn't get a ton of growth yesterday, which I'm kind of mad about. So hopefully today is good. It's nice and warm and we should be doing good. So here we are right there. We got plant's about 9 feet. I just measured it up. That's a budget, or that's a little, it's gonna be a squash. It'll probably sit right around here, maybe a little bit back. Probably at about 10 feet, I would guess. Maybe not quite, but somewhere around there. So, I don't know. We'll see. I probably won't pollinate this one, but I don't know. I might. Depends. It's doing earlier than any of my pumpkins, so I'll probably wait on this guy and take the next one that's at 12, 13, 14, 15 feet. So, yeah, just a little update, though, on the bud, the first little pumpkin we got. Or, I mean, a squash, actually. Okay, so we're back again. Here is the squash plant. I got a few questions that need to be answered down in the comments here. Well, I just marked this for today, but it only grew about 4 inches last night. I know it is like highs of the 60s, so I don't know if that's why. But if you look closely, this leaf is like yellow. I mean, all my other leaves look pretty decent. But then we got like yellowing leaves kinda. And it's every time it's coming out is like yellow, so I don't know. This is on like every plant too. Well, except the small one over there, but every leaf that's just new is yellow. Like if you look in here, this is a new leaf and stuff, it's yellow. I do have to spray for bugs and stuff right now. There's bugs on this plant. Right here it's yellow, and then it's darker, so let me know. I don't know what's going on here, so please let me know what my problem is here, because I'm not quite sure what it is. But yeah, I got yellowing leaves. So here's the Ford. Same kind of thing here. Look at, like, these leaves are like yellowish compared to them, you know, and it's coming out yellow. And I'll go show you the secondary, same thing. If you look over there at the secondary, it's doing the same thing. So this, I mean, it's growing. No, this is how much it grew. Only that much. Well, it's like 3 inches, but it doesn't look like it. But it's like 3 inches. This whole big bud here, and I don't know. So I'll just mark it up for today. Gotta put a little more that way. That's good. So we'll see how much it grows today. But yeah, I don't know what this yellowing stuff is. Later on today, I'm gonna fertilize. I'm gonna put some nitrogen in it. I'm gonna see if that can fix it. But otherwise, I have no idea. I wouldn't think there'd be a nitrogen deficiency, because that's basically all I've been fertilizing with. So I'll have to see. Maybe there is, but I'll have to check it out. I mean, we just got a rain too, so you think that would help, but it didn't. Here is the Thompson. You can tell, well, I told you how this one got rolled over in the storm and stuff. I do have to catch up on some vineberry, and we're gonna have to move that out today. But as you can see what that thing grew, it didn't grow a ton either. And it's got that weirdest yellow stuff going on too, so I don't know, guys. Please just, if you know what you're doing, just let me know. It'd be helpful if there's anything I can do about this, because I'm looking at real late pollinations right now, and that was not my goal. So not a good year so far. This is my little guy, actually doing pretty good. But actually he does have a yellow leaf too. You can tell that that leaf is more yellow than that one. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, could this be from bugs? You can see his junction real thick inside there. You got the secondaries coming off already. Probably gonna be a real good plant, you know, but these yellowing leaves, as you can see, those are newer leaves. It's hard to see from the shadow, but they're yellowing too. Grew about 1.5 inches, 2 inches yesterday, which isn't bad, but should be growing more, so yeah, I don't know, help me out with that. So as you guys can see, it's slightly raining. It's been raining the whole day here. So it's been storming, raining, nothing torrentially bad or any like hail or anything that's really causing a lot of damage. But it has been storming the whole day kind of, so pumpkins are okay as I know of right now. I haven't really been out there too much today, but as we talked about this week, because we're ending up the video now, we did talk about, well, basically we just did 2 checkups on the plants, nothing big, but we did talk about burying the vines a lot. So like I said, for beginners, at each leaf node, as I showed you, there is a vine at the top of the leaf node and the bottom. So if you have that, there's a top, like my fingernail would be the top, and then under would be the bottom. And those, so that's why you bury your vine. So you make sure you bury the top and not just set it in the dirt in the bottom, so you get both those, because this basically later on will help you a lot, because you got to keep your plant healthy the whole season, because in the late season, if your plant's not healthy, your pumpkin's going to stop growing, and you're just going to get your first how many ever days before your plant kind of goes to heck, which kind of that's what I did last year, you know. I had a really good first 30 days, around 400 pounds my pumpkin was, and then my plant health just went to crap, and I didn't keep it weeded. So make sure you keep it weeded, pull the weeds while they're small, easiest thing to do, and, you know, keep your plant healthy. But anyways, guys, this is going to end up the video for this week. Let me know if you want me to post little videos about, like, big things, or if you just want me to do, like, one checkup and just keep giving you guys these kind of updates. You know, let me know down in the comments. Remember, give me any tips that you got, any information. Oh, let me mention this soon too. Pretty soon, not too soon, but eventually we will also be putting the stump covers on. Pretty soon, once about the pumpkin sets for the stumps to keep them dry. But that's just a little tip that we'll get to later on. But anyways, guys, make sure you like, go down and subscribe, because why not? It's one button, you know, it's pretty easy, pretty simple, one click. But anyways, we'll see you all next Monday or Sunday probably.